Many of you are familiar with the sheets known as MSDS, or Material Safety Data Sheets. They contain information about the chemicals that you work with and around in your area. By law, this information is to be made available to every employee, so you need to know some things about them. First, we're going to be talking about some changes being made in the standards for these sheets. Then, we'll talk about the information you find in them, why it's there, and we'll highlight the information that it's most important for you to know about chemical exposure. And then I want to know if you know where to find them. So let's get started. What we've known as material safety data sheets are now called safety data sheets. It's all part of a mandate to make the sheets consistent. This is really important when you think about finding the information you need in an emergency. The information is always in the same place on the document, so accessing it is quick when you need it. The new safety data sheets have also been integrated with a system called Globally Harmonized System of Classification, or GHS. The GHS was created by the United Nations to be kinder to the earth, so you will also find information on how it might affect ecology and how it should be transported or how it is to be disposed. So basically from now on, your vendors are supposed to supply you with safety data sheets that contain 16 sections organized into 3 parts. This is a right-to-know mandate. So the safety data sheets need to be placed where any of your employees can find them easily, whether to examine them before use or access in case of exposure. Make sure that when you are training, you tell your employees where to find them. Let's look at a safety data sheet for a common cleaner as an example. Part 1, sections 1 through 8 tell you what's in the chemical, its name, and how to use it safely, where to store it, and what to do if there's a spill. Here are the first 2 sections. Note the exclamation mark. It's telling you that this is a possible danger in using this chemical, so consulting this before you use the product is probably a good idea. Section 4 tells you what first aid is necessary in case of accidental exposure, and Section 5 tells responders what dangers could lurk in the event of a spill or a fire. Section 8 tells you what personal protective equipment you need to use if you are working with this chemical. This is the most crucial section of the safety data sheet, and now that the sheets are organized in the same way, the information you need is always in the same place. The symbols you might find on these sheets are also standardized in the globally harmonized system. Any country which has adopted the GHS uses these symbols for chemicals. The next part, sections 9 through 11 and section 16, mostly tells you about chemical compositions and scientific stuff. Note that section 16 gives you a graph. This is really handy because you can flip to the last page to get a quick look at how dangerous this chemical might be. There are 3 areas of concern. Health. Could breathing the fumes or contact exposure to this chemical harm a person in any way? Flammability. Will it catch fire? And physical hazard. Will it explode or give off poisonous fumes in a fire? The key goes from insignificant danger, 0, to extreme, 4. For this cleaner, you see 2 pictures which tell you with one glance that this cleaner poses no significant danger when diluted properly. But if it's used full strength, or if you are exposed in some way while diluting it, there is moderate danger to you. To find out exactly what that danger is, flip back to the exclamation point in the first section. Part 3, sections 12 through 15, are classifications that have to do with how this chemical affects the environment. This information is included as part of the UN's globally harmonized system, and is enforced by other agencies besides OSHA, for instance, the EPA or the Consumer Protection and others. So the information that you need most quickly is on the back page and in the first section. Now, do you know where the safety data sheets are in your area